Hi guys, I'm Fire. I am a queer disabled lover of making things, I guess you'd say. And right now I am focusing on learning more about the Viking era and region, which I mean it's vaguely speaking, Viking was a job, not I need to find better words to describe what I'm trying to get across. But I want to look into, learn about history through the things that people made, and more specifically, people who could possibly be my ancestors. And so it's like reaching back into my own history to find out more about what people like me would potentially be making and doing. And it's almost like magical to me to just to be able to like touch centuries and centuries ago with something you're making now. It probably sounds silly, but whatever. Those of you who get it. It's cool. Um, and I think I have an interesting perspective because I am genderqueer and disabled. So I have this different viewpoint to look at stuff through. Yes, I know my nails are coming apart. I only do them when I go out for a medical appointment because what is energy? And so they come off like my nails are weird. Um my brain just stopped. Yay brain! Neurodivergence. Um so like exploring it through the lens of someone whose gender isn't binary, how they may have, this is all may have, we don't know unless we had a time machine and went back. But then there's still the question of would our presence or even observation change physics, theoretical time travel and the butterfly effect and meh, all that stuff. Yeah. So looking at it, I bonked the shelf. Ow. Okay. Brain track back on. Thank you. The kitty cat. So also like because if you had someone in a binary society who was disabled and couldn't do the traditional men's work in that area, that time period, what would they be able to do to help with society and like to still be productive and stuff? So I'm kind of looking at it from like this, if I was in the past, how would I do stuff? And also I think it gives it a neat way where I can also use modern tools and find ways that help me and other disabled people who have issues, or anyone who has issues with the ability, physically to do stuff, or mentally, or even just financially. And stuff isn't accessible everywhere. You can go, I happen to be in an area where I do have stores I could go to, or I can go order something online, but someone in a different country or a different area might not have the same access to stuff. So I kind of want to explore accessibility and find those lines of historically, like perfect historically, and then historically adequate. And I also want to work this into my shop, which is also firecrafted.com. To be able to sell stuff that I make to support myself and also make the finished products or supplies to make finished products more accessible to people. I have a lot of skills, but I don't have a lot of time or energy. If you know spoony talk, I don't have the spoons to do a lot. But I want to be able to do what I can to help people just be able to do this stuff. Like someone who has a fuck ton of money but doesn't have the time. They could buy something for me. Or and I want to make tiers of like this is a historically as close to historically accurate wool breed that we can get and spun on a period accurate method, and then also have it where it's like an e-spinner or something. And I want to do a lot of like this research into finding out like the little niches and just I just like I'm having a lot of fun with this. It's still mostly hypothetical, but I want to turn it into a reality, and it's I think it'd be really cool, and I think it would. I think that I can help a lot of people find their way to do stuff. And even if I don't, I mean, they can find a way they don't like to do something, which is just as valid as finding a way you do. I mean, because you have to, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Or you don't, and in that case, just feed the algorithm and asking the, I don't know which shift is going to flip the, or anything. Okay, whatever. God. I have no script and barely thought about what I was going to say before I turned the camera on. Go me. So professional. I used to do gaming content, and now I'm just turning my tablet on and talking at it. Just realized if my cat hears me, she's going to come in and freak out because she thinks I'm losing my mind and talking to nobody. But I do have like a just huge passion for making things, and I'm so rambly. If you haven't noticed. But currently, I have a lot of whips, works in progress. But as for the ones that I'm currently have pulled out and am trying to work a little bit on every day, these are like my active whips, I guess that makes sense. So I have this, which is my spindle, and I made the spindle. If this is a mushroom, I might offer these on my site because why not? They're easy to make. Someone else might not want to make their own. I have the know-how and time to do it, so. But this is I am so prepared. This is it's a business card. Oh, this is so clever. I'm glad I grabbed this. So the colorway this is backwards. Riddle, it's a merino, bamboo, and tweed mix, and I got 2 of the braids, and then that's where I got it from on Etsy, Blue Moon Alpacas. And they just happened. There was another colorway that I was like, should I get this green or should I get the shiny green? And they just happened to send me a sample of the other one, and I'm like, I need both. And then I also got, stay. This isn't in my current thing that I'm spinning. This is one of my historical breeds that I'm trying to learn, and it's a black Icelandic. I want to get Jacobs, and I think there's a third breed that's like closest you can get. And this is a dual coated breed, so it has like the very long hairs. They're like literally that long, and then it has shorter staple. So I kind of need to figure out how to work with it because my skin is very sensitive. And that's another thing is being able to figure out for people who have sensory issues or allergies and stuff, possible alternate fibers or etc. that will make being able to explore history in this way more available to them. So I almost stopped the video before I was like, I remember I had 2 whips that I'm working on. And then I have very big calves because I had 2 surgeries when I was a teenager. So my calves are like, yes, I know I'm fat, but also my calves are even larger than they would be if I were a normal weight because I don't know if I said that correctly, but you get it. I had 2 surgeries when I was like a teenager, and they had to remove the fascia from my muscles because my muscles were too big and they were getting, whole mess. But I have like differently shaped legs, so I'm making my own. Okay, this is gonna have to be a pan over of the socks that I'm knitting, and that's for the Afterthought heel, and that's actually a sample of yarn that I made. And this is really cool because it just happened to make this perfect spiral. I don't know if you can see it. And then it ends in this really trippy, just really cool thing right here, which is going to be like right around my ankle. I'm very excited to see how these work out. But the problem is this is hand-dyed yarn that I hand-dyed. And I only have 2 skeins, and that's using more than half. So the other one's going to have a different color on it. It's fine. Also, I do have hand-dyed yarn. I have 2 colorways left. I have like this goldeny orange, and then I have trans pride colors, and then I also have chainmail available. And I will be setting up like Patreon and stuff, so if you want to help a broke and disabled queer craft to be able to craft more and craft better and try out stuff, and you see tell me a coin. Probably have a Ko-Fi. If I have that stuff and I remember, I'll put it in the link. And if I forget, can someone please remind me in the comments, because I'll probably forget. My camera's shaking. Okay. Bye, guys, and I'll just use my gaming outro then, if that's, Remember, my brain just full stopped. Remember that to have a day as awesome as you are, and you are awesome as fuck. And also remember to do something nice for someone else. I remembered it. Bye, guys.